Exactly. Can't win if you're
Uh,
not in it.
Good morning. Welcome back. Today we are talking to the guys from Init2Winit. I've got Dabs, I've got the Fox. I almost said something else. And Felly. I'm sorry, my dyslexia, dude. I'm sorry. It's the Fox. It's not the Fax. Good morning, guys. Who wants to start? Who wants to introduce the team? Uh, Tell me what you guys do, who does what, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I got it. So good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are. I'm Dabs. I'm here with I got Felly with us, the Fox, and Zakilla. I'm not sure if we got any team members, but we're here to represent In It to Win It, a different and a twist of some of the gaming systems that other people are used to when it comes to raffles. And we've done a little twist to it using the blockchain technology to make it to where more people have the chance to win instead of maybe just bounded to whatever system is around you currently. I'm not sure where other people are from, but from here we have something that where the odds aren't really high. They have a 1 to 300 million chances, I believe it was. And within it to win it, we've made it fair, not just for anybody that's used to this, but everybody and anybody that wants to join.
Mm.
So everybody, let's see if Fox or any of the other guys want to introduce themselves. You're more than welcome to.
Yes, sir. I am Fox, and don't worry about the misrepresentation of my name because I'm also going to be bringing you the facts. So, I am the Fox. I'm 30. I'm from London. Over the past 10 years, I've worked in the entertainment and events industry. I've got three businesses there: entertainment production, immersive event production, and immersive dining production. So we produce all of our own stuff, and I bring all of that creative business startup and passion to blockchain. I've been here over the past 5 years, and the reason why I got into layer 2 tokenization and decentralized finance, apart from quickly going from centralized exchanges to like the dirty back streets of pancake swap and stuff like this, is I believe that layer 2 tokenization is an actual way to produce amazing businesses, new platforms, and organizations and solutions and social medias and art and music, and it can fund everything that Web 2.0 can do or the real business landscape can do. But we can do it right here with blockchain technology for the people, by the people, and we can change our lives and everybody that's for us and the people that use our technologies or are in our communities, and we can just keep giving back borderlessly to the world. We can not only change our lives, but we can enable people across the world to also believe that they can change their own. And that is why I'm a believer in blockchain technology, and that is why I'm a representative of the Init2Winit project, an amazing platform that can not only give fairer chances and rewards to people through the ticketing system, but we've got a whole ecosystem that keeps giving back, not only with the draws, but also with the initiatives that we're going to do further down the line. And I'm just so happy and passionate to be a member of this incredible, incredible group of people and this amazing standalone blockchain utility and platform. I'm the Fox. That is me. Thank you so much for having me.
Well done, sir. I mean, like, who the hell is gonna follow that shit up? Next, please.
Yeah, let's hear it. Hey, Felly, you got to after that. That's a layup.
Yeah. You got to top that.
I
You
was
gotta
going to go with I'm
you go.
Zakilla. I eat crayons. I'm here to provide support in any way, shape, or form that these guys need.
You eat clams?
Crayons, like red's my favorite
Crayons.
color. Yeah, I'm going to eat
Crayons.
them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, anyways, I'm here to provide support. I'm 38, got a family, kids. I've been in this since 2019. I rock and roll, and I provide support. That's what I do. I'm here for everyone. Everyone needs a hand. I reach out and grab it.
I like it. So, I like it. So, who does what? Who
So
does the
right now,
coding? Who does the planning? Who does the yelling? Who does the whip cracking? Who does what?
we're more so like getting the role situated. The main guys that we have that are going to present the project is really going to be like Fox, Zakilla, me, and sometimes we'll have some of our supporting guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a team that moderates like the chats and helps with that. That way we can offload some of the work to them. And Cause helped a lot with the code, so he was able to provide the code for us, and he has his own reputation, which also came with it. So it was great, like knowing that the code was safe. It wasn't like worked by anybody that has some like bad intentions. So that's another thing that you got right there for anybody that knows Cause. He's done like awesome coding, especially with the elite work. And then we have Crypto Buddy right now has really stepped in with the graphics. He's been helping us a lot with some of the documentations you see here. And that's a little bit of what we have right now. Right now, we want to make sure that everybody is providing some kind of work. We don't want to just bring people together that have experience in the blockchain technology world and just have them there to be there. Like, we want to make sure that this is something that will succeed, and we want to make sure that we put the right people in the right places. So we're gradually getting there. And, we've even like kind of made a conversation like this with the other people. It's like, hey, anybody who feels that you can step up to a plate, let us know. We'd lovely to put you there. And then, yeah, but that's as far as what we got right now, what we got going on. So it's a small
And
team.
to put that in, it is a small team. 9, 8 core people, representatives of the standalone blockchain platform itself. And we are business developers, creatives, graphic designers, leaders. We're all ideas creators. We have lots of initiatives that we built in the coming future as we grow our treasury that support more people outside of the people that utilize this amazing platform. And I can't wait to get to that. But basically, we are very, very privileged to be brought together by a very, very strong team with an amazing vision and a passion to give back to people. Because if we do not act as the forerunners, by building this infrastructure and enabling more people to have sustainable resources and solutions, then it will just be empty layer 2 tokenization, and it will never get there, and it will not be sustainable, it will not be viable, and this industry will not have the ecosystem and the foundations that it deserves. So I'm really, really privileged to be here with this team, to be able to be a part of that, to make sure that we bring in more people.
Your enthusiasm is almost tangible, sir. Good. I like it. So, who wants to start? What the hell is Init2Winit? Who thought of it? Go on.
So yeah, I'll kind of get into it. I believe it was really more so Roller that started getting the ideas of getting away from the tokenomics and having the system where we just get a lot of people that get burnt. And anybody who knows Roller, he's got a big heart, and he wanted to create something that was for everybody. Everybody, didn't matter if we had if we had a bad time with them or if you have any bad intentions. It's like this was something that no matter what, you're not going to game, and everybody's going to be able to fairly have at it. So that was the principle behind it. And of course, we're all in the crypto space, so we thought, what better way to give it to the world than put it on the blockchain, the most transparent thing that we know, and the fast, secure, and we won't have to have a middleman mess with it, nothing like that. So that's where the concept really started to kind of get birthed. We're like, all right, we have the technology, we have the people in the right places to be able to build this. So let's tackle one of the biggest issues we've seen. So we started with this raffle ticket system where, unlike other traditional systems, you don't really have high chances of winning. You can keep going at it for years and years. The chances of you winning is 1 to 300 million. So with that one, we were able to make it more fair using contracts and using the smart chain to make it to it's 1 to 300 chances of winning now. And your chances amplify the more you buy, of course, but it makes it to where it's a lot fair and the entry isn't too high and it's for the people, by the people.
So then technically, would this be a raffle or a lottery? I'm trying to wrap my head around that.
I can,
in short, a raffle.
Okay.
It's an adaptation utilizing this technology.
Since you seem Adapter. Can you explain what the difference is for people that don't know? If we could stay there for a second, and why you chose the raffle version versus going with a straight up lottery.
I can throw a little bit in there. The difference between our lotteries is that, from each state to state, at least in the United States, there's different, as I would say, gambling laws. And that is a big thing with legalities. Since the blockchain is borderless, then it allows people to come in as a raffle. If you've ever gone to your local, let's say you go to your local grocery store and there's a little old lady sitting out there, and around where I live, would you like to join in the meat raffle? So you buy your $12 ticket, $10 ticket, whatever they were at the time, and you wait to see if your number gets drawn. And there's only a limited amount of raffles that are sold. So depending on how many are sold, someone always wins in a raffle. Okay. Unless you lose your ticket, that's on you. That's accountability and responsibility for your own self and your ticket. So with the Powerballs, stuff like that, your scratchies, I've bought them for years, and I don't win. I don't have any guaranteed chance of winning. So it's just a randomization of draws that come through there. That would be the difference there.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So why don't you, is there a token involved? There's no token.
There's no token involved at all. There's no need for it. People just can simply log into our DApp, buy a $12 ticket with USDC BEP20, and then when the final 100,000 ticket has been sold, the draws will then commence of a daily $300 draw, and then we have weekly, monthly, 3-monthly, 6-monthly, and also a year. And the prices go up depending on the amount of time, and we have a detailed breakdown of that within our documentation as well about the breakdowns of prizes. Zach, could you start going through that on the screen?
Yeah, please. I'm looking at that right now. Your documentation is short, simple, and sweet. I like it. Okay, so why don't you go over well, actually, if you don't mind, let's go over the other stuff before we go.
I'll put the breakdown in after we go through our documents, if you guys don't mind. That way I don't have to switch it out. But you just tell me when you want me to go to the next page.
Okay. Actually, if you could go, who's gonna take this part? Who's on stage right now?
So Zakilla has the screen share, so maybe he can tackle some of it, but we're gonna go hand in hand with that. Is it clear on your side, on your guys' side?
Yes, I can see everything clearly.
Okay, clear. Okay.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, so the documentation is short and sweet. Like, that's the way we want it. There is no tokens. There's no LP. There's none of that. We needed to get away from that space because that's honestly what was hurting a lot of people. And with this way, it's just using the technology. And for me, that's the biggest thing I love about blockchain. It's the technology, not necessarily the pump and dump, the token. Like, I love the tokenomics as well. Don't get me wrong. To each their own. They have their own perks to it. But this way was the best way for everybody to have a fair chance. There's no one controlling no liquidity. We don't have to worry about token prices, any of those emotions that come with it. This is strictly, let's use the tech and let's all put a system to where we can win. So that's why there's not much of the stuff you usually see when, I guess, traditionally would be a white paper. So this is what would traditionally be a white paper, but we don't have any of the tokenomics. We don't have any of the stuff. We have just the way the raffle system works. So,
and bulletproof tech.
My favorite. See, Fox, when you start talking about that stuff, it just gets me going just because that's what brought me to this space. It was more so the technology and the freedom that it gives everybody and the accessibility to a financial system that before it came out, we really didn't have. So yeah, when you start talking, dude, you just get me thinking about all that, and you just get me flowing. So that's why just like you are, I'm happy to be part of this team because we're able to bring something with no tokens, no liquidity, none of that stuff that we're used to. So no one's going to get burnt. Everyone's trying to win here, and we're all trying to do it together. And
Yeah.
further on with this, I'm gonna talk about some ideas that I have came up with that I'd love to see communities take over and see if it actually comes to life.
Absolutely. I'm going to jump into something right now because just to follow on from that amazing section from Dabs, I mean, the bulletproof tech that we've got is so that it cannot be tampered with, it cannot be affected. It's standalone on the blockchain and it runs. It cannot be stopped in any way, shape, or form. And what we're doing here, apart from providing security to the people, because that is one of our utmost priorities in this, but also we're giving away 365 daily draws of $300, 52 weekly draws of $600, 12 monthly draws of $900, 6 monthly draw of $30,000, 12 monthly draw of $30,000, and final draw after 365 days of consecutive draws, $60,000. And that is not the only thing that we're giving away, because for every ticket that you sell with your referral link, then 20% of that, sorry, it might be slightly different. Do not take me on the exact numbers, but a part of that referral will then be given back to that community. And then there's more bonuses if you get more referrals. And also we have an amazing partnership program where we can partner with NFT projects. And if you have 3 levels of NFTs, then by partnering with us, we simply input your NFT contract into our contract, and then you can get up to 25 to 100% of a multiplier bonus if you hold one of those partnered NFT collections and also have a winning ticket. So if you have 3 levels of NFTs, then the higher they are, then the more they can offer. So we offer back utility to NFT collections. But not only that, you don't have to just have an NFT collection to partner with us, because communities and also organizations can also partner with us by using their own referral code and then increasing their funding production pools, or also adding competition funding pools, or however they would want to use that information. And that way they can keep giving back, and we can keep giving back to the people that support us.
Well said. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go back a little bit. Let's break down the rules really simply. Like, go over the quick guide how to participate for me real quick.
Absolutely. I believe that we can do that with a visual representation by going onto our DApp and showing how seamless the wallet connect is.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, so Tiamut.
if you want me to do that, give me a second. Let me sign into my wallet.
See, we're just trying to get you to buy a ticket. That's all this is right now. It's like let me show you exactly how to do it.
Let me connect the blank wallet then. I'm just checking.
It's like it's not going through.
So bit. Okay, sorry, I cussed again.
Yeah,
the important thing is that when you do this, that you use my referral link, and that's going to be the big thing.
That's my fucking line, dude. That's my line.
He's like, you know this.
I beat you.
That's my line, buddy. That's my line.
Nope. I think you've gone mute there.
Yeah, you went mute.
All right, I'm sharing my screen. Can you see it?
Yep. So right now, website, we got it like the most simplest version we can right now. Honestly, we weren't too busy wanting to put more money into the website. Like, it's not the main focus. It's really the technology. And then with time, of course, we're going to fluff it up. But we wanted to make it as simple and straightforward. So you can just on the up, like the right button, you see the go to DApp.
But also the website is sleek, beautiful. The colors are really nice, and like I love the graffiti style animations that we're going for as well. And as you can see, the technology is so like seamless. You can just connect, etc., and then you can see your profile. You can see your total number of tickets. You can purchase your ticket. You can claim directly from the page.
I can add a picture.
Yes, sir.
Oh my god!
At no cost. We made sure we're just like, all right, let's give everyone that, because I like seeing that on my dashboard.
All right, I added a picture.
Let's see if it loads.
Oh, you're doing this
to the
off
low.
chain. I dig it. So you're attaching the image off chain, right?
Did it go through?
I clicked the button.
I think it's loading.
It did stuff. Should I
It
refresh?
should
Yeah, refresh it.
it should be off chain, but if it's not, the only feed might be the
No one can see it but you.
I refreshed and nothing happened. So do it again.
yeah. Let's see, is Cause in here? Maybe we can ask him about that.
Hold on.
Or I'll get back with
I
him.
don't see him. I see Blockhead. I don't see Cause. Let me see the screen. Okay, where's my picture again? I lost it. It's green. There it is.
Oh, there it goes. Yep. As soon as you said green, I saw a little green thing. I was like, yeah, I see it.
I wasn't even looking for numbers. But yeah, it didn't do anything sad.
So I wonder if it's on chain then. I wonder if well, I don't see the MetaMask notification, but yeah, we'll get back to on that one. Yeah, because
we'll look into that.
It didn't pop.
all right. So normally, I think the color box, the one that says right underneath the round not complete, the buy one ticket, get 432. So that's how you initially get your ticket. You do have to approve the contract first, so you're gonna have to do that. And then after that, you're able to buy as many as you want. It gives you a little information on how many one ticket gets you. So, of course, the more tickets you buy, the better the odds for you. And then to the right is your referral link. So you don't even need to buy a ticket. If you have a large enough community, you can start spreading that and getting people in that way. And with that, share it up, and you get 20% of the transaction. 10 of it you get right away, and then the other half you're gonna get when the draw finally happens.
Let me pick some. Is anybody in here that's is there anybody here that's on the call, not the dev team? I'll use your ref real quick. Speak now. Hurry! Go make one.
I'm about to say, hurry! I'm about to go make one.
Hurry the fuck up. Who said that? Somebody that's not on the dev team. Hurry the fuck up.
Yeah,
hurry,
someone
hurry.
that didn't say that. Come on, folks.
Let's see. Mesh, do you want it? Trap DeFi, do you want it? Just gotta hurry. Whoever posted first, I use
somebody. Yeah, you saw how to get the referral link. Just go on the website and then click on the link, and you're able to get the link. If not,
A fun thing about the contract is it's ran off a random number generator, so it's truly randomized and equal and fair. And also, we have some nice functionality on the site where if you type in you approve and then you put in one ticket, it will show you your odds. If you put in 2, it will show you your odds, and then 10, it will show you your odds. So that's a really nice function for people. And I know that as soon as we start these rounds, people will be checking their wallets every single day, just like, did my ticket win? Okay, come back tomorrow.
And you have to come back and claim the prize. I answered my own question. So you don't know, could you, like, if I just bought this ticket and I come back for like 2-3 months, if I'd won in the meantime, would the prize be waiting for it, or is it a forfeit after a certain time? Blah 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 blah.
The prize would just be in the contract waiting for you to claim it. But if you can't access your ticket or your wallet due to losing the keys or anything, as like when you would lose a normal ticket for anything that you entered, then that would be your own responsibility, of course.
You done gaga. Yeah, I got you.
And then you done goofed. Yep. And then if you have any referrals, there is a little, I don't see you sharing anymore, but if you scroll down, there's
I'm still
a little referral bonus.
I'm not sure.
Maybe, hold on, let me see. Maybe it's showing Zakilla's screen only. And there we go. So if you go down the referral info right down there, if you have any referrals, you're going to be instantly able to claim the half of that 20%. So that's where you go to claim any of the referral. It doesn't instantly get put into your wallet. You have to come and claim it. Because the way this contract works is we have basically all the numbers already done. There's a set amount of money that's set for referrals, a set enough money for the NFT collab, and for the prizes for the draws. So everything's calculated, and there's only X amount of money. That's why we're running it. You're gonna have to claim through the contract. It's not hitting directly, the wallet. And then right there gives you the stats. Go ahead.
Another thing to keep in mind is that there's 432 draws throughout the 100,000 tickets sold. Let's say I buy my first ticket, right, and I don't touch it again until that last one sold. That one ticket, if I win the first day, you are still in it to win it for the rest of the 431 draws. Just because you win once doesn't mean you can't keep winning. So in the unlikely event of the scientific probability that you hit all 432 draws with the one ticket, it is a possibility, however, very unlikely. You could win all of those draws. You don't get forfeited after you win once, twice, 3 times. It doesn't matter. It stays in there until that all the draws are done.
I love it. More chances to win. And there's something that I've been talking to the team about that I'm sure with Tom we're going to be able to add to it. It's just shorter time raffles, because this raffle is a yearly long. So we have set like the 365 daily raffles. We have the monthlies, the weeklies. And like, I'm sure a lot of people would love to see a shorter term one so they can just get, start to get their fingers itchy for that claim button. Like, round one's going to be, we're not sure how long it's going to take to fill up. That's why we're going to do our pushes with good communities to make sure that we're getting the right people. And then with the collab, that will help a lot, especially with other communities that have the NFTs, because that's something that people can really take advantage of it. So if anybody out there has their own NFT collections that they would like to collab, just send a message to the team and we can work with you on that. And Tiamut, you are muted right now, brother.
Of course I am. I'm just
the big thing that we want to spread to the community. Oh, go ahead.
USDC I need, right?
Yeah, USDC.
So one of the big things that what I'd like to point out is that this is really based upon your sweat equity and what you put forth. It's holding people accountable for their own work. All right. You get into the referral system. So at the point of sale, you get that 50%. That's $1.20. After the last ticket's sold, you get that other 50%. That's $2.40. We have a bonus structure based upon that. So you reach that 100 to $4.99 ticket sales, you're going to get extra $25, all the way up to 10,000 referrals. You'll get a total of $10,000 extra on the referral achievement bonus. So it's a big thing that if you want to go out there and sell tickets, you literally can take you and your community and make money off of it right there on the spot. 50% of that, $2.40 is $1.20. You do the math. I think it's let's say I want to sell 500 tickets. It gets me about $6,000 total sales. It'll bring in $1,200 to my pocket. Like that's something people can work for. If you're as a community want to be out there working together, there's plenty of ways to do this, and we've implemented a few ways to do that. And the biggest thing is just no problem.
Somebody's knocking at my door for some reason. Give me 2 seconds.
Hey, no problem.
I apologize. Don't hate me.
So the biggest thing that we have is the community push. If you guys want to do this as a community, we've built it for you guys to work together. Whatever, if you want to use that referral bonus for yourself or the community itself to do whatever they want with. I mean, these are the reasons that we've implemented this stuff. See, there's one thing up here. The collab bonus will get you up to $50,000, and you can read a little bit of this here. But when you work together, that's the idea behind this, is that you got to be in it to win it as a community. Whether it's a small community, a big community, we all work together. It's one of the biggest reasons why part of this team has come together as a team, is everybody's here to help other people. We all get into crypto to do one thing, and that's make money. But if we can give back to others while we're doing that, then we're going to do that. It's the best thing to do is promote the collaboration instead of competition. And even collabing with your competition is not a bad idea.
No, not at all. We can support each other and our each other's businesses. As someone that also believes in championing the cause and the rights of the individual and the many, we really do have a duty to unite all legitimate and hardworking projects and businesses and platforms and presentations like this. We have a duty to bring all of our resources together and partner together to create a network and a foundation which is solid so that we can build the change that we wish to lead into this space by providing more for the people that buy the tickets, but also by using the funding pools and partnering to create more opportunities for more communities and bring more eyes to all of the hard work that we are doing to the infrastructure that is needed for us to be a sustainable place for the world to utilize. Currently only 5%. And that's why I echo Zach so much.
I like the way that you guys are approaching this as far as like not making it I think there's too much division in DeFi right now. It's so the name of my group is a cult called DeFi because the first thing when I first got into DeFi, every room I went into felt like a separate little cult. You know, like you go in here, you're supposed to be all about this, and you just stay about this. If you dare talk about anything else, God forbid, you're flamed. You're like, oh, you're not a believer, blah blah blah, and it's just so silly. You know, we all want. Everybody's like, we want DeFi. We want everybody to go to DeFi. We want everybody to go to DeFi, but only if you do it with our protocol. You know what I mean? It is just so silly. Like the division, it's so
It really
unfair.
is.
And
It is.
I like it really is. It's just like I mean, people are like, we want that $1 million Bitcoin, but you know, you can't invest in anything else. You can't. They don't realize that for money to flow into their project, it has to flow into the entire ecosystem. It has to, the entire sector has to prosper. You can't just, you know, like stifle one and hope that yours will be the one be and end all to everything. So I like that. Okay.
Absolutely.
We look at a couple of ways across our industries. Okay, I got to go buy groceries. I got to buy fuel. I've got to buy this and that, right? If I don't have a trucking company to get that stuff there, I can't buy it. If we don't have somebody to tell the truckers to get there, I can't buy it. It's the conglomeration of everybody and the cooperation of everybody doing their job, doing their part. And some of it is unfair in the world, but making a little bit of difference here and there, helping instead of taking, you know, giving instead of taking, does promote that so that we can all, what do they say? We're all going to make it if we work together. If we work together. But if we
they don't usually add that part. It's usually we're all going to make it if you're in this room.
Yeah. Yep.
And most people think I'm like leaning into the cult thing. It's meant as a parody, guys. I'm just making fun of the that mentality. I'm about as neutral as it comes. I'm Bitcoin, drip, Init2Winit, whatever is gonna get me to be free. I'm there. If I'm not in it, please call me, DM me, send me an email, text me, WhatsApp me, tell me, get over here. There's money. Call me. You know. So
there's not going to be any Kool-Aid at the end of this.
I have weed though. If you want. That's what that was at the door. I apologize, gentlemen. We get delivery here, and I ordered delivery, and they showed up way earlier than they were supposed to. It was supposed to be like around 12 o'clock.
Hey,
that's absolutely fine.
How wonderful it is to live in a legal state. Anyways, how do you guys do the randomness? How do you ensure that it is actually random? Are you using some sort of oracle? If so, which one? If you're not, what did you do to fix it? What did you do to ensure that it's actually random and it can't be gamified? Well,
Cos produced a random number generator within the contract so that it is truly randomized. He would be able to give a better breakdown about the technical side of it, but that is what we can assure is in place so that it isn't unfair. So it could be possible for you to win every single draw, but the odds are against you because a random number generator selecting the same thing every single time out of that, those are high odds. But it's not impossible because anything is possible as long as you're in it to win it.
It's a random number generator times 3, so it cycles it 3 times. Is a little bit more on that. So
it's going through like it goes random again, and random.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So
there is one thing I would like to add as well.
Okay. Please.
So the main thing that I want to add, apart from the bulletproof security, the truly randomized nature of the technology, the amount that we're giving back to the people, the amount that you can make through being partnered with us, whether that's through NFTs, whether that's through the community support, or just recognizing how awesome this tech is and wanting to provide more to the people that support you and what you do. The main thing for me about what we're going to do down the line is eventually form our own organization and use parts of our funding pools that we produce from this technology. And once we've sold one round, I believe that the rounds will then exponentially increase, and especially during the bull run. And this is the proof of concept. And then I think it will be at least one round a month as the tickets sell out. And then we'll do different styles of rounds, different prize breakdowns. But this is the first and foremost right here. But further down the line, we will be investing in people in strife as well, by giving back to the people that aren't involved in this. And that is what I'm so passionate about, the ability to create actual change, because we want to support and change people's lives, not pretending that we're a charity or a government that actually has people's issues at heart, but actually leading that change that we wish to see and actualizing it in real time, because we can and we're going to, and no one can stop us, and no one can stop the tech because it's running, and no one can stop our dedication to our duty, our passion, and our desire, and our need to make the world a better place for the people within it. And that is our goal, and that is why I'm so driven and why I'm so enthusiastic and passionate to be able to speak about this and be a representative of this technology, because it is a necessity that needs to happen.
Beautiful. I like that. Sorry. Your enthusiasm. It's interesting. I like it.
It's perfect, isn't it? For the contract and the style that we have here, he gets it. And
it goes with. Like I was just having a conversation with Black Sheep yesterday, and I was saying that if a blockchain ever had personality, it would be Pulse Chain, and it's Richard Hart's personality. It's like, if you could make a blockchain a person, Pulse would be Richard Hart.
I guess that's a good analogy. I can see that definitely.
There's no other chain that I would actually say, like, make it a person. Why BSC? Why did you guys decide on this is BSC, right?
Yes, it is on BSC.
Why BSC? Why not other chains? Is there any particular reason?
I'm not for sure why Cause might have chosen BSC. I just know from personal use, BSC has been the best one right now, with the fees being low, still actually like doable with ETH. I mean, you guys or anybody who has messed with ETH, sometimes you see those fees fluctuate, and especially when that price fluctuates, those fees fluctuate. And like when we think about a system like this, we want everybody to be able to join. Like, unfortunately, I'm an ETH head. I would love for everything to be built on ETH, but it's just not viable like right now. And it's right, like BSC is pushing it. There's other blockchains that are starting to get like recognized, but BSC, I think, in my personal opinion, I've seen the most projects like and usability with it and communities behind it. So for me, it was a no-brainer to be here rather than on a different chain. I don't know other chains that really we can, there's ETH, I don't even want to like Solana. I don't even like Solana based on its downtime.
Well,
We have Tron, like Tron as well. Like there's just so many other options that are out there, but the majority is like being built on the BSC chain.
I
Well,
would like to also add something to
Yeah,
that.
go ahead.
please.
Sorry, Zach. So basically, accessibility at the first point. So we wanted the Binance Smart Chain, as Jab said, to be able to offer more people the chance to be able to be involved in our offset and the beginning of our platform. But of course, after we've done the first successful one, it's not going to just be on one chain. We will be moving the technology to different chains and expanding it.
It seems fairly chain agnostic. That's what I'm curious.
It is.
Exactly.
Is it also token agnostic? Can you make this with Pulse? Can you just, could you guys deploy this for like a tribute token? Like if you,
we could deploy that anywhere.
Let's say partnership programs. You guys were talking
The
about that.
the idea is that it's not tokenized.
Right.
It's a simple raffle. Yeah.
What I mean by that is like, let's say that, let's go back to drip, because drip. But let's use that as an example. Like the burn swap guys, the pulse drip guys, they did that kitchen sink thing, where you can deposit your drip into that, blah blah blah, and blah blah blah. I could easily see this being repurposed to where you deposit drip and this becomes a raffle for drip. And I could easily see this being like a whole ecosystem. Like you have the USDC one, you have
Okay.
I see what you're saying there.
Okay,
and to integrate it into other protocols.
Right.
Well,
to make it chain and token agnostic. Like it doesn't care what token you put in it, so you can have, you can have the drip raffle one. You could have the sidekick raffle one. You could have, whatever. It seems like
down the road.
It's
yes.
fairly
it's universal.
Malleable. Yeah, it seems like it's fairly malleable. Like you could go places with this. Sorry, is what I'm saying. I think I like the concept. I like the simplicity. I like the idea. I wish I understood how the randomness works more. Just because the way I understand randomness, it needs something external. But I'm sure Kaz has it handled because I've talked to Kaz quite a few times.
Well, and I've got something to add. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Welcome, Kelly.
Yeah, I know. So one thing is that I'll give you something about it that's not so random, and Init2Winit. And the thing that's not so random is that you can actually win every single time, right? One, and I can tell you a little bit of why BSC was chosen. Part of the reason the BSC is chosen is because that's where most of our communities are. Most of our communities are in BSC, and it's not that we're not, we don't believe in Pulse or the other ones, but we still, a lot of us are still tied more to BSC than any other chain. So, and I think that's really where it comes down to is like, okay, well, let's just see how the community feels about it this way. Two, I mean, that's why USDC was also picked, because you mentioned drip, burn swap, P drip, and all the other tokens, right? And truth is that one things that happens when you buy a token, people are wallet watching. They're telling you who's selling, who's not. Hey, if you're the influencer in your community, but you're selling, you're doing this, that. This is the part that's the best thing about USDC. You live off of your referrals. You're making 20% of whatever a person deposits in referrals. 50% you get up front. The other 50% you get in the back end when the raffle's over. But not only that, as soon as another raffle starts, you continue to get those referral fees continuously, forever. So multiple raffles. Think of it. You can have raffle after raffle after raffle. And all we're pretty much, and the one thing that we've been able to isolate, to mitigate that, well, what if a token reaches end of life? Or what if it's migrated? Because then if the token's migrated, then all of a sudden you got to move this. Here, because it's USDC on BSC, you can buy and sell as much USDC as you want, and there's no quote unquote dumping because you're not dependent on just an influencer buying or selling. And then the other thing is that, and unless USDC migrates contract, you're pretty much all set, ready to go. So in terms of that, we've just minimized the amount of variables that are available, but also we had it where anytime you can pretty much you're monetizing your ecosystem, you're monetizing your social network. Not only are you monetizing it, but you're monetizing in a way that you can feel guilt-free about taking that money in USDC, buying, selling, or trading, because you're not dumping on anybody. You're not dumping on anyone. You're not dumping on anyone's
simple.
head.
It's
Yeah. I like that.
it's simple.
Like I said, it seems so agnostic. Like it seems like I don't want to say.
You know what? And this is the funny thing is that this is almost cult agnostic, right? Because this isn't about P-drip or drip or goat or sidekick or any other token. This is plain cash. Get paid in cash. Monetize your social network. Win every single time. I mean, I want you to realize this. You have 700 people in your, 700 individuals in your Telegram, right? I mean, if you just had one, let's say 100 of them, just get one ticket. That's what is it? One ticket, the 100. That's 1,200. That means that you get $120 up front and then $120 on the back end, right? And that, not only that, but then you could do, if you wanted to do giveaways, other stuff, monetize your network in a different way, you can monetize it in a different way. And that's on every raffle every single time.
And people can use it to gain project funding pools and then create like treasuries or other ways for them to gain other forms of funding from it. But at the same time, it's just a simple ecosystem that gives back every single part, and also we keep giving back by organizing these partnerships and uniting more people together, and then setting up our initiatives and our organization, and then giving back to people in even more ways. It just keeps giving, and it just keeps going, and it can't be turned off. And Cos is in the chat right now. Cos, if you can, we've had some questions about the randomness and the random number generation for the winning tickets. If you have the time to step up and discuss that, that would be much appreciated.
Yeah, hey guys, what's the question?
So how is the randomness achieved? How are you using some sort of oracle? If not,
oh yeah, of course, yeah, we're using Chainlink. Choose our random number.
Okay, yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, I thought that was much simpler than I thought, sir. Thank you. And I'm assuming that's part of the reason that you're on BSC too, because most, like it wouldn't work on Pulse because no oracle yet.
Yeah, no oracle yet on Pulse. BSC is still, for everything, when it's all said and done, still has billions of dollars of liquidity on BSC, so it's still a great choice. But I think eventually the plan is to definitely be chain agnostic and try to go cross chain for sure, though.
Yeah, I mean, as it is right now, it seems fairly agnostic to anything, but I digress. So, Cos, since you're here now, why don't you give me your take on the whole ecosystem? Like, if you could take a step back from it, could you try to give me your I guess your biased opinion is fine too. Can you give me your bias?
Yeah, definitely.
If you can share it. I'll take your biased opinion too.
Yeah, so I mean, Init2Winit, the I think you guys have probably talked about Roller, right? He's running this project, and he's had this idea for quite a while, and he felt it was the right time to execute, and so he came to us with this idea, and I love it. I think it's great. It's kind of a degen safe haven in a way. It's a way for everybody to kind of have a fair chance at winning, and increasing their gains, right? Versus other types of lotteries where it's kind of a little bit more gamified and, based on your activity or how much you deposit or certain things is going to increase your chance of winning, or whether or not you time it right or certain things like this. Whereas this Init2Winit, it's just simply you buy a ticket, you're entered into a lottery for a year, every day of the year, and, it's completely fair.
Is there any part of the mechanics that stand out to you that you either liked working on or you disliked working on?
Yeah, I kind of really like the concept of, having this huge pot that pays out over a year. Mm-hmm. And the way that the pot is filled is through referrals. So it's kind of like, everybody has a chance to earn something while we fill the pot. And then once this pot is filled, it's going to just be giving away money every day for a year, which is extremely exciting. And I mean, one entry, $12, and you get chances to win up to, I think, $60,000 every day of the year.
So can we stay there for a second? Like the year-long thing. So there's going to be a bunch of consecutive year-long deadlines because, you know, you start day one, people get their tickets, blah, blah, blah. It's a year from then. Then somebody comes in a week from then. It's another year from that, blah, blah, blah. Is that like going to be, you're going to have like a ton of concurrent end?
Yeah,
God.
100%, exactly.
That's making my head. But does that make sense?
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. I mean, ideally, this thing fills up multiple rounds, and those, I mean, it'd be awesome if you could just get, you know, $50 million in there, and you'd have 50 rounds going right now, and every day there'd be 50 drawings for, you know, whatever the prize money is.
And all those concurrent, different lottery raffles, whatever. They all share that one liquidity pool, that one prize pool, right?
So each round has its own pool. And so based on the round is the pool, and each round is, I think, going to collect up to $1.2 million to be dispersed based on, you know, what you guys are seeing in the documentation. And, you know, each round is its own entity and separate from the others.
Okay. All right. So tell me about, I'm wondering about, since this is kind of like a gamified thing, it is on the chain, but there are still legalities and so on. Have you guys, I know I've talked to you about this before, but have you guys thought about, you know, what will happen in the States with the SEC, especially given their, the stuff they've been doing lately? You know, like just yesterday they went after the SafeMoon founders and they arrested 3 of them. What do you guys think about stuff like that while you're working in the chain? And as far as this project, are you worried about any of that stuff?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's definitely scary when you see stuff like yesterday happen, for sure. You know, as for the legalities of what's going on with Init2Winit, you know, I would definitely defer to Roller. I know he's looking heavily into this, and you know, as we grow, funds will definitely be used to looking into this and making sure we're fully compliant wherever we need to be. And I mean, if it comes down to it where it's like this thing can't be run in the States, we can simply block the IP address from the United States users.
Well,
So
I just want to add a caveat to that. I think part of the reason they arrested those guys was because there were probably some misappropriation of funds. I don't want to conflate you two. I was just using that as an example. I wasn't that.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, 100%. And I mean, let's be real. You know, they had to make an example, and so SafeMoon was probably the biggest, you know, shit token of all over the past couple of years, and so, you know, it makes sense.
Okay. So, how are the funds handled? Tell me how the funds are handled in the contract. Who's going to have control of this?
So funds are securely stored inside the contract, and they're tied, like we were saying earlier, to a round. And based on, after the funds are basically fully collected for the round, the drawings will kick off, and this is going to be using Chainlink services. And every day there will be a drawing, and the smart contract will choose a winner and automatically disperse those funds. You know, we will not be handling funds in any way. It's all going to be done by the smart contract. This thing is going to be open source and verified. Anybody can look at it. It's super straightforward how the funds are being moved around, and you can see very clearly when you're buying tickets, or if you were to look at the drawing function, you can kind of see the 2 places where funds are dispersed. And
there's no so once you set the contract, it's just set to go. There's no multi-sig or anything like that for you. Like if something's wrong in the contract, is there any way for you guys to retrieve the funds and move them to a new contract, so to speak? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like
yeah, so when we launch, there will definitely be ways to make changes and make sure everything runs smoothly. And you know, right now we're launched, we're live, and so nothing's really going to happen until we fill up the first round and start doing drawings. But you know, we're pretty confident that, you know, once this thing is kicked off, eventually we could either lock away the keys and throw them away, you know, lock the contract up and throw away the keys, or set it up with a Gnosis multisig and make sure it's managed by multiple members in the community or any number of things. But right now it is upgradable. We can make changes and we can fix issues if they arise. But it's a pretty straightforward contract, and we've done these before, and they're relatively safe. Nothing. There's not really a lot of hidden gotchas. It's you buy a ticket and we run drawings. It's super simple.
All right, cool. So, where are you guys getting paid? Tell me about where the team fees are being implemented and how you guys are, incentivizing yourselves to keep working and building.
Yeah, somebody, Fox or somebody, you guys want to try to help answer these?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Or Fox.
Oh, Dabs. Let me go. So, of course, with any organization, there needs to be operation costs with an actual business to support the representatives. Because if you're running a professional organization, you cannot expect anyone to work for free. It's like going to your plumber and being like, "Hey, do you take exposure for this? Can you fix my toilet?" And I'll tell other people you did a great job.
You're supposed to be in it for the goddamn tech. Stop saying that shit. You're supposed to be in it for tech. You're supposed to show up and do all this fucking work, make me rich, and you're not supposed to get money out of it. Stop that shit, man. Stop it.
I know, but I'm just trying to make sure that people can eat and cover their costs. And basically, how we get paid in our breakdown, it comes from the 10% in the development funding pools, which also goes for upgrades and upscaling and marketing further down the line, but also to be able to cover the team. But we do not get paid until the final ticket has been sold. So once that round is done, everyone is commissioned, and then we get paid after that. So there is one incentive for us to get paid, but it's not about just doing one draw. It's about continually making a business model that runs universally across every chain and benefits all, and then expands out into the real world where we can give back and we bring more attention to decentralized finance and the technology as a whole as they start seeing what we can do with this amazing technology and the power of the people working together as one. And that is the ultimate aim. We're not just giving back to the people in the space and also eventually getting an on-ramp so that anyone can play with any form of currency, to be confirmed, not announced as of yet. But also, we are then going to bring more attention to this technology and hasten mass adoption. So I feel like we're offering quite a lot with such a simple idea, with bulletproof technology and a passion to deliver and a necessity to help people,
If you can forgive me real quick for a side tangent, while you were speaking there, in my mind, I envisioned a future where people like you, teams, would build projects, and then you could put them on the blockchain and be like, "Oh, I have a fully working project for sale. This is and I don't want to, do the day-to-day anymore. Here's a business. Here's a key. Take it over. Do your thing." That's kind of what, when you're speaking, what it made me think in my head. Forgive the tangent, but I think that would be something cool. Just like you build a business in the real world and you end up selling it. Maybe we'll get there.
I think we will. I'm in the UK, and we've recently just accepted crypto assets, NFTs, and currencies fully into the financial system. One massive step for regulation and also adoption of the technology as a whole, and that will just increase and continue. And that is why we are fully ready to be fully compliant and everything else.
I did see that recently. I didn't stop to read the entire article, but I did see that you guys did that recently. I wish the U.S. would follow suit before everybody moves over there. Damn it. Okay. So what do you guys feel that we haven't covered yet? Is there anything about this that before you came on, you were like, I feel really excited about this and I wanna talk about it? And also with that same question, I kind of want each of you to come up with and give me your own separate answers as far as that, as what you're most excited for about this, and what you think you contributed the most to it, if that's a fair question, please.
Fair question. I'm going to jump in first.
Go for it.
To each part of that, I need to see from more people, because I learned this the hard way, is that education is the number one thing in this space. When we can help others become better investors, better learners, you're going to get a knowledge base that's going to allow you to make correct decisions. So not only will I be out there, pushing this to other people, I'm going to be helping people set up wallets, understand what all these things are. So a big part of it for me is the education in which I can push to new people that are either in it right now or, people on the, at my local community center or something like that. I have a little get together and we're going to teach them how to DeFi, teach them how to invest correctly in a way that allows them to do it on their own. I am not a financial advisor. I can only show you the door. You're going to have to walk through it. Okay. So what I contribute to this space is my willingness to outreach to people. When I see people having a tough time or if they need help, I don't stray away from not helping. I'm always putting myself out there for others to essentially what's happened so far is being taken advantage of my kindness. But I would not mistake my kindness for a weakness. I will keep going. I've been burned over and over again. It doesn't stop me. I have an insatiable need to help others to make sure that they can further the goodness in their lives. I'm here for other people, and I try not to be selfish. I've always put others before myself, but there's a saying, you can't help someone if you can't help yourself. I believe in myself, so therefore I can believe in others. All right? I know what I'm here for. I know my purpose. That's what I contribute.
I'm jealous. Next.
Let me jump in very quickly because I gotta hop off for a second. Tiamut, you mentioned drip earlier, right? Now, yeah, in drip, this was about the referral, the influencer having 1,000, 2,000, 4,000 referrals, getting the referral fees. Now, I want you to put yourself back in drip and just think that your referral fees are now in cash. Forget about token price. Cash. Straight up cash. Every single time. And in a bear market, what do you want? You want cash. Cash is king. So, and that's kind of what I think about it. It's like, forget about 10% referral fees. This is 20% referral fees. So this is double what drip was. This is referral fees paid in cash, and whatever you do, no one has to wallet watch or anything because cash is king, and you're not worrying about token price. And can we implement this across multiple chains, multiple tokens? Sure. But why not just stick with simple USDC? Just stick with simple USDC, and then could it be expanded upon? Yes. But if you look at the team that's here, you look at the team, a lot of us have been together for years, and we always talk about tokenomics, and this and that. I'd rather invest in teams, and there's one of the things I like to say is that we are battle tested. Multiple platforms, multiple teams, multiple tokens. I won't say we've seen them all, but you've been a part of it where we've seen a lot of things already.
Yeah.
If you want to think about FOMO, what's the FOMO part? FOMO is cash. Price is stable. Get paid in stablecoin. And if you're not giving it to me in BTC, give it to me in stablecoin because that's literally the second best thing. Because anything else, price is variable. You're looking at liquidity pools, market cap. I'm not looking at liquidity pools of USDC. So if you get your network to be half as good as you were in drip, the next thing you know, you're swimming in 20 grand in 3 months.
Well, the drip people need to come listen. I'll post links for all the stuff in the room and in the Twitter and on the descriptions and all that stuff. I like it. So, Felly, what was your touch to this, sir? What was your magic touch to this?
Oh man, I honestly, we said Roller had this idea for a long time and everything. So I'm just here supporting my teammates, honestly, and just it's always easy because it's like if you have your people in your team and they succeed, you succeed no matter what. You surround with people that are successful, and you will succeed too. So I'm just glad to be here. And my touch with it is always looking at it. How can we help where the team is able to communicate this effectively? Because a lot of times it has nothing to do with the idea or anything. A lot of times can it be communicated? And can we communicate it in a way where people can be receptive to it? Because it's like, oh, well, where's the token? Where's the pre-sale? Where's the private sale? It's like, actually, you don't have to worry about that. It's all USDC. It's a referral system? Yes. And is there a chance to win it? Where you have an increased chance of winning it based on the lottery? Yes. But on the referral system alone, you win every single time. Not only that, but you win every single time across one round of 1.2 million, another round of 1.2 million, a third round of 1.2 million, another round of 1.2 million. Boom, 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 ad nauseum. Now that's constant. There's no claiming, compounding, or looking at token price. It's just steady income. If you can monetize your social system, your social network.
So, okay, I have a. Do you think? No, that's a dumb question. Never mind. Go on, sir.
Dabs and Cos, are you
Listen,
also going to have time for your exit?
Yep, I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can
Yeah, I
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Your turn, sir.
Awesome.
What is your contribution to this? What's your favorite part? What are you the most proud of? What are you going to tell mommy about? Tell me.
So the thing that makes me the most happy about this is we're getting away from the tokenomics and the liquidity and all the things that we know that made us money but also burnt us, and stripping away that and taking the technology. For me, and a lot of people make fun of me for this, but I'm serious when I say this, is I love the technology more than the money. The technology is what made me the money, but the technology, it really freed me from understanding how money worked, how there's other humans on this earth that don't have access to monetary systems, and that's just not fair. So that is, for me, one of the biggest things I love about this is we're able to provide the technology without necessarily burdening you with some of the things that come with it. We took away the things that are toxic. Well, maybe they're not toxic, but for what we're trying to build here would not correlate with that vision. So for me, that's one of the things I'm the most proud about. What I can help and the way I contribute is having knowledge in the space, being able to see it from a perspective that we're not doing this because we want people's money, or I don't want people's money, I don't need people's money, is I want to help other people financially free themselves through blockchain. And with my knowledge and my time in the space and having all these people around me, I can do it in a more efficient way than maybe just telling someone to watch YouTube or do this. So that's another thing that I do, just like Zakilla was saying, is I love helping people. So if you need help with setting up a wallet, understanding wallets, understanding all this stuff, that's my type of stuff, because the more people we can get in the space, the better. I want to go back to something you said earlier about the DeFi concept. It's very ironic how we do all want DeFi to work. It's the concept of it is beautiful, but then when we get in a room together, like you're saying, it's very cult-like environment. Instead of hey, what is the best form that we can push our equity together and no one gets hurt? And to me, when Roller presented this, I was like, wow, this is the solution. It doesn't matter if we have beef, if we have any previous stuff that happened. It's okay, well, now we have the technology, the contract. No, we're not in charge of it. It's just out there now forever, and you use it or you don't. It's okay, but it's there to amplify your communities. If you're good with the referrals, all that stuff is going to help you. And so that's for me. I hope that covered all of it. But yeah, I'm very passionate in this project because I there's been other projects I've had to talk to about, and people get hurt, and not because the project was bad. Maybe the developers or the team just misused the funds. We'll use SafeMoves for example. That seemed very safe for a lot of people, and then behind the doors it just wasn't working. So
Yeah,
I'm with all that right now with the change.
yeah, I'm with it. like I think being in this space, everything you guys have said has been very true. I like this space has allowed me to be selfish in a different way because I can sit here and be of tangible use to somebody and be like, shit, I did that, you know? And I like that selfish feeling. I like knowing that I did something to improve somebody. I like knowing that I like knowing that I'm the cause of somebody's happiness. And
I like that.
I'm like, oh fuck, I did that. I did that. I did that. You know? That shit is awesome. I like that. So I can see where you guys are going, and that's kind of what that's kind of gist of what I got from what you guys are saying. But anyways, forgive my tangent. Next, please.
Yeah, I'll say something real quick to close off, and then I gotta hop off. But I really love this idea as well. I think we did a little bit of research, and lotteries is the biggest form of gambling in the United States. And I mean, I think it's over $100 billion is spent on lotteries, and a lot of people like using lotteries, and the perception right now of the general lotteries is not very good. It's really negative. It looks like the lotteries are taking most of the money. It's kind of thought of like a tax on the poor kind of thing. They're not very fair. They're impossible to win, that kind of stuff. And so with blockchain, we have the opportunity to change lotteries and how they work, across the entire world, and it's awesome. And I think with Init2Winit, we've really built it in a way where any influencer, any community, any project can really tap in and use this as utility. Look at all the projects you guys are involved in. How many of them have utilities where they earn 20% commissions on whatever that utility is? And not many of them do. And that's what this project offers. So you simply, hey, if you guys want to partner up, if you guys have reviewed the tech and you realize it's fair, it's a cool thing to have, you can throw it on your website, allow people to buy tickets with your reference, and you can put 20% straight to your treasury, whatever you want. And so we just kind of made it in a way that's really usable by anybody, and it's for the community, it's for the referrers, it's for the people who do the work and sell tickets, and it's just a fun, fair way to distribute funds, versus the current ways people are distributing funds with pump and dumps and Ponzi's. So it's just a fair way to distribute and participate in gains.
I like it. Well said. Okay.
I believe that leaves me.
Yes. Go on, sir.
I won't go over everything that I believe in about the project. I feel like I've done that in full over the last hour, but I will leave you on this. I speak very well, but in fact, I come from the lowest part of the working class in my country, in the UK. And I've managed to get to where I am thanks to people that have appeared in my life and given me wisdom, and thanks to finding a passion and creativity and skills that have enabled me to come here, and also just the people that have supported me along the way through the darkness and the feeling of loss and everything. And blockchain gives people a community if they don't have that in real, but also it gives them a chance to change their lives. And why am I here? And what do I feel like I bring to this team? I feel a privilege and a pleasure to be able to be a select member of the people that are pushing forward an initiative that will support people globally, but also then raise so many funding pools to be able to change lives of people as well. My real dream outside of this, besides, by the way, I'm also the head of the People's DAO, the first partnered project of the Init2Winit project, which has been live for 7 months, and our NFTs are collabed with the Init2Winit project, because I truly believe in everything that these guys do. And that is why it's such a privilege for me to be here, because I believe with our dedication to duty and our united effort, we can create change. And outside of DeFi, my purpose and passion in life is to create platforms that provide jobs for people, to make them see that, and experiences and opportunities, so that they can see that they can change their lives and reach for something slightly more. Because I had to drive so hard to get to where I am, and I'm never going to stop driving to be able to provide that same opportunity for every single other person around the world. And if they don't view that they can change their lives, we will find a way to make sure that we can reach them, hopefully over time, and with enough resources, and we will slowly start to make other people feel like that, because that is how you create actualized change in this world. You do not rely on governments, you do not rely on anyone else. You lead that change and you bring people together and you support them, and that way we change our future. And that is why I'm here, and that is what I'm here to do, and that is what I bring to this project. I will never stop driving towards this single-minded goal with everyone here beside me. I'm the Fox from London, here with the Init2Winit project and the other amazing people. I thank you all for listening, wherever you are in the world, and spending your most valuable asset, your time, with us right here, right now, because we are never going to stop. This is just our beginning, and please feel free to join us, but we're never going to stop no matter what. You're going to literally have to stop each individual one of us through death, and it's not going to happen.
Remember,
Dude, I love Fox.
For the 5th of November. I like it. Okay, so I have a 2-part final question for you guys. I know I've kept you. This is my typical long-winded fucking AMAs, but I want to ask you guys 2 final questions. I have a million more, but you have lives. So, Fox, you just touched on part of it. You said there was already a partnership. I neglected to ask about partnerships, and if one of you could speak about to that, if there's any in the works, any already done. You just mentioned the People's DAO. If there's any others, and the other thing is for the people that perhaps one of you could leave us with an elevator pitch after that. For the people that fast forward to the end, give them that 1 to 5 minute elevator pitch. What the hell Init2Winit is, and why they should do it. Just like that scene, sell me the pen or marker, whatever. Sell me this product.
Okay, we partnered with the People's DAO so far and Sidekick Finance through COS, this amazing platform that provides amazing tech, and also the Jumpstart platform to people to be able to collect raises for their NFT, and also have the contract live as like a fundraising platform like Kickstarter, all in one place. COS is amazing. You should check out his tech. You should check out his abilities if you ever need it. He is definitely a reliable person to go to. And for me, we have a plan at the moment to reach out to all of the People's DAO project partners, which is 15 in total, to also invite them to onboard as partners for the Init2Winit project. But we'll also be reaching out to every single project which has been on the Sidekick or the Jumpstart program with their NFT collections to offer extra utility to them. So we have a outreach team and plan where we will then be going through OpenSea and contacting all of the NFT projects on there, and just keep reaching out and offering this and just bringing more people into the fold. But a 1 to 5 minute, okay, we have bulletproof technology which cannot be tampered with, and it's really, really simple. You have $12, you buy a single ticket. You can then create a referral code on our website to sell other tickets and get $2.40 back from each individual referral. And there are additional bonuses for the more people that then buy through your referral link. But then we have 432 consecutive draws in the raffle, which offers people opportunities to win. And then once that is done, there will be more raffles that continue on different blockchains as we expand. And as you said rightly, it's agnostic, and it will just keep building and growing, and then the treasury will be used to set up other initiatives. And it's just a simple ecosystem that keeps feeding back without the need of tokens, taxation, or any other sticky business that adds extra steps. This is super simple, and it just gives you so many chances of winning life-changing money depending on where you are in the world. And if you're just involved in this platform, then you should see what we're going to build later, because it's going to be immense, and it's just going to keep growing because it can't be stopped. And we are the representatives, the Init2Winit team, 8 people from a global audience and community that are hardworking, professional, creative, passionate, and will never stop working towards a single goal of helping the people and giving back to them. That's Init2Winit. Please add if I have not added enough, guys.
Yeah, I'll add a little bit to the partnership stuff. So for anybody out there that are not included in the partnership list, you can always just come to any of the admin teams, and we'll be happily to help you get that sorted out. Depending on the rarity, there is a vetting process as well. So you're not just getting the bonuses because you have an NFT and you just made it. there is going to be a process, and yeah, that way we're going to make sure that it's good and clean and not someone trying to take advantage, which again, no one can really game the system. Like everyone's going to win at the end of the day. But yeah, if you have an NFT and you want to partner with us, shoot us a DM and just know you are getting vetted. There's like certain steps, but yeah. And then the range is from 25% up to 100. So depending on your rarity is how you get the higher percentages.
Mm, okay. And just can you guys walk me through? Can one of you walk me through investing? I'm sharing my screen. I have my
Yeah.
$12.
So hit that
What I-
approve button
okay.
right down there.
So
Yep.
just so people clarify, if I'm, the quantity is 1. If I wanted to do, 10, it would be blah 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 blah. Right? Just so people
Yep.
know. Okay.
So we do have it visually there for you guys to see. You can see the odds, how many tickets get you what. Like it says, yeah, it's a little green. So we might change the color scheme. I don't know if for you guys it's hard to see, but a little bit hard to see at my end. So give you all the stats. First, you always do have to approve the contract, especially if it's your first time using it. And then after that, that approve button is going to switch to a buy button. And then from there, you put any quality.
I'm just picking. X Money sent me his ref, so I'm going to use that. I pasted
Nice.
it, and my wallet is already connected. I had problems. For some reason, I don't know if that's an issue, but I had problems getting Rabby to. I had problems getting Rabby to
the BSC, right? It kept trying to
yeah.
connect you to ETH. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So that was weird. So I switched to MetaMask. So here I am. I'm connected. That's approved.
All right.
You had to go to Reddit, and then once you click on the icon, then you should see the blockchain where you can change it.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't triggering MetaMask. It wasn't triggering Rabby at all.
Okay.
So with MetaMask, so I'm approving. It's approving. Blah blah blah. We're waiting. And now
see, now it turns to that buy button. Mm-hmm. So now you hit that. You buy 1 ticket or however many you like.
1, and I hit continue.
Prove it. And see, that's why I like a BSC. BSC is quick. You don't have to wait. That's a good meme. That's a good meme for like the speed on these blockchains. All right, so then let's see if it has gone through. Yeah. Hey, refresh real quick.
Yeah, it says it's gone through.
Let's see something. Okay, yep. So now there up on the upper side, it'll tell you some more information. Mm-hmm. And then if you can claim any referral money that you have, I'm just going to let that baby accumulate, try to see how much I can get up there. And then if you go all the way to the top, you will have some additional numbers. So you can see how many tickets you have bought, the prizes, and how many participations you have currently.
And the participations are how many rounds?
Rounds, yeah. So
and the max is what would you say the max was?
How many tickets there are per round? There's 100,000 tickets per round.
No. So how many total participations will my 1 ticket get?
1 ticket gets you 432 draws.
Okay, 432. Okay. Yep. So I can just basically periodically check this thing, and once it's up to 432, this ticket is dead. I'd have to start over. Done.
You know what? Cause, is that how that interface for that one works?
Yes. I'll take that one. Okay. Each round only has a total of 432 draws, right? So once that round is over and all the draws come through, you'll have to buy a new ticket into the next round.
Okay. And my second question is, if I come back a week from now and I buy 10 more tickets, what's going to happen to the participation? Is it going to keep track of each separate one separately? That's what I'm trying to figure out where I would see that on the interface. Is that they're not there yet? Am I asking for too much?
Let me check it out. I'm about to check one wallet that has.
Yeah.
I get exactly what you're saying. And I'm just going to review.
Thank you for.
I mean, if it's in the same round, technically, if it's in the same round, it's just it's just updating. It's kind of like the compound button, right? It's just so you're just putting in new fresh capital. But it's still in the same round. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. So this would be, I mean, this wouldn't be something like once I can see, I can see myself being one of those old people. You know, I could be one of those people that comes in here every week and buys my $12 ticket. I could be
Yep.
that. I could do that. I could see that. I see all those.
That's the strategy. I'm approaching this like a dollar cost average. Like
Yeah.
strategy, like every week maybe buy 10 tickets, and and in the future we're going to probably have multiple rounds running at the same time. Like right now, it's the first one, we got to get that out, we got the foot soldiers working, but once we get this established, like I couldn't imagine running multiple rounds in 1 year like that. Yeah. So that's where we're going to get, that's the end goal, right? Having multiple lottery systems running their little courses, more chances to win, more to it.
Oh, you have a dark mode. I love you.
I gotta stick on dark mode.
That's so cool. And it was default even more. So, well, I think that brings us to a close. I don't know if you guys have a little bit more time to take audience questions, but I feel like I feel like I have a fair understanding of this.
Yeah, I have a little bit of time if anybody wants to ask questions. If not, you can reach us on our Telegram. We should have all the links provided in the pinned post. Also on Twitter, and then ask away. We have admins on like awake at all times. They're global, so anytime ask questions. You got a bunch of us that are willing to help you set a wallet up, help you with referrals. Shoot, if you shoot me a message and you haven't got it before, use my link. I'll use your link right back, just so we can kind of help each other out right there.
I like it. Yeah, I think community referral. I could see this like, you could do like a community versus community thing. Like it'd be cool if you had stats on the board that showed what community.
Yes.
Like you could have like community. It could be like a community versus community or community and community thing, so that we didn't.
Exactly.
I guess that's to promote less division. Community and community, not versus community, right? You could have communities coming together and buying each other's tickets, right? You do.
See, I could do a little bit of a versus one. This is the picture I want to paint. This is something I had mentioned in the beginning that I wanted to bring up. Now imagine this. You have your community, like you have one link only. Everybody in your community, you're like, hey guys, use my link, and this one link is gonna represent all of us. We're gonna go against, let's say, Team Sidekick. Everybody in Sidekick use that one link, and one of the communities, they're gonna win. And let's say if you win or Sidekick, whichever one, we just distribute however we want, like to our communities. We can have our own style of like give out raffles, whatever. But that kind of gets like at that healthy competition where it's like, all right, let's see who's really good for round 2. Whose community is going to come and show out and win the prize?
So, let me add let me add a little, if you don't mind, add a little thing to it. So if you do that and you have it on the dashboard, community versus community, you can add a second piece to it to where it's random again, to where depending on which community wins, the funds are automatically distributed to whoever contributed to this, to contributed to that. So then it's not a matter of this community, this guy got all this rest, and then he doesn't share shit with anybody, and then it's all business.
I like it.
Shit. Maybe you could have it, like automated, because that's something that's simple enough to see who contributed the most on this team. But maybe that might make it a little too whale heavy, but you'd have to do some thinking on that. But I could see
we
that
all win
easily
though, at the end.
I could see that easily being something cool like that, sir.
Yeah, we're cooking.
Well,
we're cooking.
I like to add into that. If you're a community, then regardless if you're a mini guppy or a whale, we all win or no one wins. That's the way I would look at it. So if you're a community, whether you're top guy or bottom guy, without all rungs of the ladder, you don't climb the ladder, you don't use the ladder. It's based on you all working together. So that's up to the community how they're going to want to separate that and what kind of integrity they hold together as a whole. So that's up to them. I mean, that's what we're going to try to promote. But to implement something like that as a stats on there, I'm sure we can definitely look into that. I like your idea.
Yeah, I like the idea of it. Especially, it could be like a weekly thing, like who wins this week and who's blah 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 that week. Like employee of the month, community, kind of like community employee of the month, blah 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 blah. And then he gets the star for it. You get a star, you get a star, kind of thing. Sorry,
I'm with it. It's funny.
but
We were all
yeah,
just thinking about this. So yeah, that's the beautiful thing about this. Like, and we're welcome to ideas. This is only going to grow from here. This is the beginning
and
phase, and we're going to see a lot more change to it.
I again, well done, boys. I uh, every time Cause is working on something, I'm like, okay, cool. Then now Dabs, Fox, I'm new to you, sir. But I've been sending you nudes in the DM because I definitely want to pick your brain on a few other things, sir. I would love to speak to you again, perhaps one on one, and we'll talk about other DeFi stuff.
For sure.
Uh,
I'm actually the
and
youngest member of this group. I'm the newest
stop
one,
throwing
not the
stop
youngest.
throwing that stop throwing that in my face, dude. I'm older than you. I got it. I got it. I got it. You're 30. I got it. You don't have to tell me anymore. I remember 30. I remember.
He
It was a long
emphasized
time
when
ago.
he said it.
I remember 30. I got it. I got it. You threw that in my motherfucking face. I saw that, dude. Don't think I didn't get that slight. But anyways, thank you guys for coming here. Init2Winit. I wish you guys much luck. You already have my money. I think yeah, this is interesting. I like it because it feels less. I think traditional lotteries and things like that are so dumb. I always feel like I'm just pissing in the
Just
wind,
throwing
so to
money.
speak.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and the odds
yeah,
are too high. 1 to
yeah.
three
It's
hundred
just like
million. Good luck. But 1 to 300. All right, we could do
and
that
not
one.
only that too. Not only that too. At the end of it, you have to give like 50% of it back to whoever the
True.
blah 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 bastard. Anyways, and none of this is financial advice. Don't do anything I do. Uh, Watch me as a cautionary tale. And if I win and you win at the same time, it's all my fault. And if you lost, I didn't do anything. So
Perfect.
yeah, yeah. Anything you guys want to leave us on?
Yeah, so I'm about to
Anything?
have to head out. I just want to say thanks for hosting us. Thanks for the community, for anybody who came through. And as always, if you have any questions, shoot us a DM. You're welcome to DM me or go into the Telegram. We're all there active and shoot away. And yeah, thank you again, Tiamut, for having us.
You
I
guys
got to say one last thing.
do it.
Just remember, you got to be what? You got to be in it to win it.
That's right.
I almost thought
In it to win
you were gonna
it.
start. I almost thought you were gonna start singing some Desiree there. You gotta be good. You gotta be bold. You gotta be
No.
wise. You gotta be young.
Nope.
Young.
It's got to
Don't do
be in
that?
it to win it.
Okay, I like it. I like
That's
it.
right.
I like
You can't win it if you're not in it.
it. Well, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm turning off the recording, but I'm still online though.
All right. Peace, guys. Thanks, everyone.
See you in the next one.